Doing something special, something that I haven't had, and you haven't had?
No, I haven't had.
You haven't had. This is 2024 version of the Maker's Mark Cellar Aged. And it's a special blend of aged barrels, 15% whiskey aged 12 years, 35% whiskey aged 13 years.
Now, when we went to Kentucky, did we go to Maker's Mark?
No.
They're not. Where are they at?
I think it is, if I'm correct. No, I would have been wrong. Okay, it's out of Loretto, Kentucky.
Okay, no.
Loretto Star Hill Farm, which if you know Star Hill, they have that bourbon release that was not too long ago too for that. I feel like it was one of those ones that if time was on our side, we would have done it because it was on our way up to Frankfurt area. Because remember, we met up with all the guys. Right? No, that's where we went first, right? Was it Frankfurt?
Yeah.
And we did do something like Willet was one of those ones. That was like an
maybe
extra.
That's what I'm getting because I just remember the wax top.
Yeah,
but maybe that was the Willet purple top I was thinking of.
Yeah,
is that normally a wax?
No,
top?
It's not. No, so
I
don't know.
What I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where we said, if we have the time, and if the flight arrives on time, if it was in a perfect world, we would have been maybe able to do it if we were lucky.
Yeah.
And we were lucky enough to do Willet, but it was like we were there for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was very quick because we had a tour booked at Heaven Hill.
True.
So that was the whole thing when we were out there. But this is what I've been wanting to try for some time.
We're going to have to go back.
Yeah, well, we may have to.
Our 300th episode.
Yeah. But yeah, this is one that it's been sitting on the shelf for a while. I've been trying to save it for a special occasion. What's up?
Is that me?
No, that's my son practicing piano upstairs.
Oh, excellent. He's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Good. Hopefully they don't hear it on here, though. But yeah, he's been getting pretty good. All right, let's see.
Oh, that sound was excellent.
Yes. Johnny. You're loving that. I feel like it is the Three Dads Doing Power Hour episode. Oh my God, I'm spilling all over my notebook.
Oh God.
Oh,
this is dark. This is a nice color.
Yes, it is.
And I'm sorry, you said the ABV. I know I spoke over it. 119.3.
You got it. All right.
119. That's a good proof.
Yeah, let's get this nose. I'm so looking forward to diving into this one. Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm getting a little fruity, maybe a little dark fruit, like
I feel like I keep hearing my son practice the piano. I feel like it is just a whiskey, because we have the music,
right?
the jazz music
That's
going.
right.
Yeah, they probably can't hear it on the mic though.
I bet you they could.
We can hear it because it's we're right on these mics, so I don't know. Maybe faintly they can hear.
I'm actually impressed. I want to go upstairs and watch. This is great.
All right, I'm getting a little ethanol on that nose.
Definitely ethanol.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little fruity smell. It could be maybe a cherry, a dark cherry, or a plum, raisin.
Dark. I'm gonna put. I wrote fruity,
fruit.
but I'm gonna write dark fruit from dark on top, so we know.
I'm smelling that vanilla.
I'm like, what is? I'm like, is that vanilla I'm getting? And I agree. We hate to repeat ourselves all the time. Oh, we're getting this one, we're getting that. No, but
that's the note.
If that's what we're smelling, that's what we're smelling.
The note.
I mean, that's bourbon, though. You're going to get those caramel, vanilla.
But sometimes they're more stronger than others.
Yeah. There's something else I feel like, but I'm going to say apple.
Okay. Red apple, though, not green apple.
I know. It's the red apple.
Red
We
apple.
always say green apple, but this is red apple.
Green apple.
And I was going to say it, but I'm like, I'm like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? And you just said it, and that just confirmed it for me. Yeah.
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down. Let's get jiggy
Cheers
with
to
it.
200.
Cheers, man.
Wow. Okay. Big hug. Big hug.
You asking me?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I already got one.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that. I feel it. It feels nice. It feels toasty. It feels right.
All right. The oak is nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting something else there. Now I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself because we did this in the last episode, but I'm going to say it again. Actually, I'm going to elaborate on it. I'm going to say cherry cola.
Mm-hmm.
I said cherry on the last one we had. But I'm going to say cherry cola or almost like a black cherry.
Okay.
There's something else
I
in
get
there.
that. I'm getting like a candy bar, like a toffee, like a yeah, like a what's the toffee bar there?
Heath?
Heath bar.
All right. So like some kind of slight candy note there, I guess, like a Heath bar. All right.
Minus the chocolate though, just
All right.
the inside, just that chewy part. That
All right.
the finish lingers on the tongue too. I am getting that cherry cola on the tongue though, like you said.
I'm getting cherry on the finish, and I'm getting bakery notes on the finish,
Okay.
which I guess kind of can go with that toffee that you're mentioning. Bakery / candy. I don't know. There's some complexities to it. You know, initially,
There's a lot going on here.
when I off the nose, I was kind of like, oh God, is this? I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be getting something that is as complex as I thought I would be getting. But now that we've tasted it, I'm getting those notes. I'm getting that cherry bakery candy finish. I'm kind of getting that.
Which, if you put them all together, don't really make sense. But that's what like the complexity is here.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
I'm actually getting on that finish too hints of chocolate.
Are you getting the chocolate? See, I said toffee
Hints.
minus the chocolate, but
On the finish. You said that on the taste.
taste, yeah.
The finish right now, while I'm sitting here, and it's lingering, I'm getting a little subtle chocolate. I'll even write subtle.
I'm fixated on the cherry cola, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me that's like cherry Coke.
La la la
When I lick
la
my lips.
la.
Wow, that's very good.
So,
all right, Maker's Mark, right? Before I was into the bourbon, I always thought Maker's Mark was like the cheaper end of bourbon.
once again, it's always
And I brought that
the
up
same
with other
discussion.
stuff.
Yeah, you can't. Don't judge. It's like someone who has Jack Daniels. Once again, you can't say that.
That was
Jack
prior,
Daniels
really,
is
to
the
my
same.
knowledge of bourbon, right? Because I didn't realize. I thought like Maker's Mark was just Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
You didn't realize that these places put out all these different kinds. I mean, there could be a cheap Maker's Mark that's just
Yeah.
an everyday buy your Maker's Mark, just like your Jim Beam, right?
Yeah.
Your Jim Beam bourbon. I didn't realize that Jim Beam had all these different kinds. Just like I didn't realize Maker's Mark had all these kinds. Just like I didn't think, I have a friend who was drinking whiskey way before me, way before whiskey was even a thing, and he would show up with like a jug of like George Dickel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, Dickel's got to be the cheap crap.
No, but you can have
but no, it's not.
different Dickles.
Yeah, there's little short Dickles, there's big Dickles, there's brown Dickles, white Dickles.
Short barrel, he means. But yes.
But this is really good.
I wasn't sure what to expect from this. For a bottle of this, I think I found it at a store a little cheaper than I've seen it go as high as like 200. When these first came out, it was even much more than that. Like the year before this, especially, they were going upwards of 400.
Wow.
On the secondary market. This one I scored for $1.50, and I was just telling John before we started recording this, I saw it when I was going to Aruba recently on my last vacation. They had it in the airport, and it was even better deal than that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't feel like lugging this to another country and then bringing it back and this and that. I'm like, it's probably at the other airport, or I could score it on the way back. Well, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
We got back too late, so the duty-free was closed, and I was like, gosh, well, it is what it is. But I had a bottle, so... but yes, it's... Let's start out with, is it worth the price? See, you got it. Let's just say $150. Let's say that's what I paid for it on this. Is it worth that?
I can't justify for $150 for really much of anything.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
100. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd probably do 100.
Yeah. Okay. Second question. Let's go to rating, man. What do you think out of 5? What are you thinking on this?
I like it. I like the complexity. And I would rate it on the complexity because the flavors are they're out there.
And remember, we just opened this, so we don't know what's going to happen the next time we try it. It could be, the profile could change again.
I'd go 4.
I'd go 4.
Yeah, I'd go 4.
I agree with you on that. That's actually what I was going to say, 4.
Yeah, I'd go 4.
I'd go 4 on it. I think there are plenty of really decent bourbons that are half the price that are definitely comparable.
Yeah.
And that's what it always comes back to, is that what have I had that is cheap? But then again, you ever think about it like this, though, John? We say, oh, I can have a really good bourbon at $70. Think of one bourbon that you would have at $50 to $70 or $75. Think of one. Just put it in your head. Okay. Now, if that bourbon was on the shelf for $125, would you buy it?
No.
Okay. That's what I'm alluding to, is it maybe it's not that those ones are the price. If the price wasn't a factor as much, like maybe this is worth $150 and those should be priced higher or something. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I mean, are you paying though? Do you think a part of it you're paying for the bottle? I mean, look at the bottle, right?
It is cool. They dip it in wax.
Right. It looks like it's written on 2024 release. It's cellar aged, with the wax, and it looks limited edition.
We're in the cellar too, so it just feels right.
Yeah. Like, is a part of it you're paying for the bottle?
Sometimes that goes along with it. The presentation,
There's no more lip, so I gotta make sure.
Oh.
Usually, you put it down and you set it back.
I did put the marker there, the little piece of tape to center it. But yeah, I guess, it depends. But yes, you want to look at another maker's?
No. I'm like looking for like a boring bottle.
Well, do me a favor, John. Go to the other side. Grab that other maker's bottle. Yeah. And this is a store pick makers or something. And if we compare these two bottles, there is some things that are fancier, I guess. It's taller, so that definitely is pretty cool.
And it looks like there's something going on there.
Yes,
right? Like,
there's more like
curves. And
yeah, which is good for
indentations.
Grip. It's good for grip.
But you don't feel it.
You do.
It's good for grip.
You ever see that video that like there's like someone that's who works for makers or whatever, and she's dipping them in wax.
Yeah.
She dips the one like
all the way in.
I feel like we mentioned this, but yeah, thanks. But yeah, it's interesting with the bottles and how that could just change. One of the biggest ones, I think.
For this, wow, sorry.
Yeah.
Boring, right? It looks like it's.
No, I love that bottle.
Well, it looks like you stole it out of like an 1800s
that's why
Wild West,
that's why
medicinal store.
That's why I love it.
But I would expect this to be like a cheap bottle of bourbon.
And then you have something like this, and that's why people buy this bottle.
You want the top, you want it round.
It's just a nice looking bottle. It's just they did such a cool job with it.
The liquid's probably mediocre.
And even when it comes to shapes, I always comment on like 1792, and the bottle pisses me off because it's got that big fat wide shape,
Right.
And it's hard. I have to angle it on the shelf.
It's cool.
But it's horrible
Top
for
is gold.
It's horrible for like if you have a bar and you want to like put it on the shelf. It's just horrible.
Right.
But then something like this Blanton's bottle, you can see it has a small bottom, so it actually can still fit on the shelf, and it just comes out. You know, I guess it depends on what kind of shelf you have too as well. Right. And this is sitting on one of these stave shelves that I have up here.
And then you got like your Willet that looks like it's just sitting in a wine bottle. There's nothing fancy about it.
Yeah.
You know.
But I kind of like those too. If the liquid's good and they're like yeah, we're confident enough in our product that we don't need, you know, all that fanciness. Or look at right here, your Old Fitz bottle here too. It's a cool looking, but this is the lower end one, the 7-year. But then we've, you know, the 8-year, the 9-year, those other ones that have that really fancy decanter, you know. And what did we mention? Old Pepper too. Remember we had the Old Pepper? That was a cool bottle too.
Yeah.
But
that was a really cool bottle. That looks like a decanter.
Yeah.
Right? That's the one?
Yeah, it's behind my tap over there. You see it on the right there? Yeah.
Yes.
When we had that on our podcast, we said this would be cool to see if this bottle will actually put other stuff in it, you know?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think they throw $20 on because the bottle looks good, or $40 because the
bottle
looks good?
Not someone like Makers is not throwing that much money on there.
It's all about the liquid?
Well, no, I'm just saying because they are so big that their glass makers are probably like, it's Makers. They have it on us. We can't really negotiate as much because they'll just go to somewhere else that'll, you know.
Gotcha. All right.
At least that's my thoughts. I don't know. But it's got a style. Makers, you know Maker's Mark because it has that red wax. You could spot it easily in the store. It's just one of those things. And you know what I liked about Makers too? You know what something I really like about Makers? And I've had many, many different wax top bottles that people wax it themselves, is that they're freaking impossible to get the top. You got to find the string and all that stuff. I end up just taking a knife and chipping away at it, and it's annoying. I never have that issue with Makers. It's right there. I see it. It comes right off. It's got a perfect. They just do it right. I gotta commend the dippers.
Yeah,
because
commend the dippers.
Or maybe they just use a bigger tag. They know that when they're dipping it.
Rosalita knows how to dip that bottle.
Oh, I do the best.
Yeah. You know, funny, I was just watching, being that it's October and it's almost Halloween time, I was watching the newer Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
The one that was remade in 2009.
All right.
And in one of the scenes, the kid goes to the tool shed, which is like a giant garage, and he opens up the cabinet, and there's like 10 bottles, like you see it right away, Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
You know, and the kid's like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
it's the stash.
But
it's Maker's Mark. And you can tell, like you said, it's a Maker's Mark bottle.
Yeah.
It's got that, you know, squarish, you know, with the red wax on top.
Speaking of which,
Maker's Mark.
About movie or shows, or that was a movie, but I watched, which we discussed, and we'll talk about it another time, but I watched the Jason Bateman.
The Black Rabbit.
The Black Rabbit. And they had a lot of Pappy cameos in there.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of cameos of the Pappy, and the one guy goes, this is expensive scotch. And I'm like thinking in my head, that's not scotch.
That's Pappy, man. And they were like, they were shooting it. They were like doing shots of it too.
Yeah, I'm like, this is so stupid.
It's cringe.
It's so stupid.
I guess they were trying to play up that it was a high class.
I know.
You know, if you want a bourbon, you're getting Pappy.
It's good scotch. Yeah, you're not drinking scotch, buddy. But yeah, we're just nerds, but still. But yeah, solid stuff, solid liquid, Maker's Mark. I like this one. This is the first time having the Cellar Age for me and John, and I know that there might be different popularities with the years and all that stuff. I don't know. This is, like I said, this is a 2024. I think it's pretty solid.
I think it's
pretty good.
I enjoyed it.
I am actually kind of like curious to try the other years now, but you know, and compare it. But I don't have them, so.
That's okay.
John, cheers, man.
Cheers.